Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of UpClose. My guest today is Leroy, and he is so much vested in student politics and other extracurricular activities I am so excited to find out about. So stick with me as we get this done. Hi, Leroy.
Hello.
How's it going?
Really good actually today, yes.
How has it been? It feels very nice out today,
It
isn't it?
really does. The weather is great, although it was a little chilly this morning. I really like how
I know.
Texas just doesn't have a set weather at any time.
I know, and it's so frustrating. Sometimes
Mhm.
you're out and you feel like, oh, it's going to be cold. You put on a jacket, and in 2 hours, the whole place is so hot and so humid.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank God for an excellent weather today. You have been involved in student politics for a very long time.
Yes.
Is it a passion you took up when you got to WT, or something that you've been doing since high school?
So it was a passion that I took up in high school. I was
Right.
involved in student council. Although I was never student body president or vice president, I still was able to hold a position like treasurer, secretary, historian in order
Right.
to, in a way, influence and impact my fellow students' lives.
It's an amazing thing. I picked a word from what you said, to impact,
Mhm.
because I feel like that's what every politician should be looking forward to doing, to make an impact and not just have the name as an accolade for themselves. What brought you to WT to begin with?
What brought me to WT were actually my two band directors. They graduated from WT in 2016, and whenever they found a job, they fortunately found Taylor High School,
Wow.
which was a high school I graduated from.
Right.
And the last thing on my mind before I left high school was music. And so I came here, started as a music education major, and then I switched majors to political science.
Why political science?
I wanted to be more involved in the public.
Right.
My thought was just, oh, I want to serve the public. I want to make sure everyone's getting what they're needing. And again, it goes back to the impact. I wanted to
Right.
impact a community somewhere, whether that be a district or just maybe even a town even. And so
Right.
like that's what I wanted to do. That was my passion. I wanted to help people.
You play the saxophone.
I do, yes.
How long have you been playing that?
This would be my 10th year actually playing saxophone. It has been a while since 6th grade, and so
That's fancy.
yes, definitely.
I have always wanted to learn the violin, but let's see how that goes.
Oh, yes,
Maybe
definitely.
I would be able to pick up lessons or two from the music department
For
or
sure.
something. So
They would love that.
I will be glad to
Mhm.
learn.
Yes.
How would you say all the experiences in politics, from transitioning from high school to here, what are some of the experiences you've gained?
It is definitely a different experience from high school coming to college. Of course, there are a lot of different backgrounds that you are viewing, and so the experiences that I've gained being involved in student politics here on campus have to be like the communication and then the diversity as well. There's so many different people, and I love it. I love how I can just go up to somebody, make friends with them, and then find out something that I wouldn't have even expected,
Of course.
And then also that, but just making those relationships with others that are
Sure.
definitely going to carry on in the future, and I can use those connections to, I guess, better improve my life and just learn about the world.
I have this one question for you. I mean, being someone who is involved in politics, I know like there are some times like there will be a few controversies here and there, scandals here and there. What has been one that you've been involved in that you're like, ooh, it would take a long time for me to forget this one? Have you ever been there?
In a way, yes. In student government, we try to, I guess, change internally. And so we were so focused on changing it from the inside that in a way we weren't really focusing as much on the students. And so we had to do a quick turnaround, and a lot of the controversy that came from that was like, what does student government really stand for? What do we want to
Yes.
do? What kind of culture do we want to create? And how do we want to affect the students' lives? And so for me, I was on the side of the students. We want to help the students. The students should be our number one priority. And so that's where the side I was on, but other people wanted different changes.
Right. So you will think that as student government, it should be primarily about the student, or it should kind of like be like a liaison or a bridge between the school's administration, or it should just be pro-students.
It should definitely be pro students, but also have that bridge, that connection between the professional staff and faculty here on campus and the students. I know a lot of students, they want to get involved and they want to be heard, and so that is exactly what our job is to do, is to make sure that every student's voice is heard, and that we listen to them, and that we make the changes that they want.
True. You're involved in Greek life, correct?
I am, yes.
How would you explain Greek life to like someone like me? Because most of the time I hear all these fun pi, lambda, well, I'm like, okay, so what's the difference between all these names? How would you describe Greek life to someone who doesn't know anything about it?
So I would describe it as a bond in a way. There's different Greek lives. I'm involved in a music fraternity, so it's very much different from the regular Greek life that you may hear of, like Alpha Sigma Alpha, and Sigma Nu, or Delta. You know, the Greek letters, right? There are a lot of other fraternities and sororities, and so what I would explain it to you as is it's a bond, a connection between your passion and the I guess you can say the connections you make within that fraternity or sorority. I'm involved in Mu Phi Epsilon, and I'm actually the vice president for that organization. And so I am in charge of membership, recruiting, and educating the members and the future members of our fraternity. And so for me, it's just so surreal to know that I'm able to get the message across of what we stand for, not only to new members, to our current members, but also to the school itself.
Exactly. So I'll backtrack with you a little bit. So tell us about your family. Do you think your family has been, you know, very instrumental in your choice of switching from a music major to going full-blown politics?
They have really been a support for me. I'm a first-gen college student, and so...
Congratulations.
Thank you, I appreciate it. And so my family was very supportive of me. They, you know, they didn't ask questions when I told them I was changing my major. I actually didn't tell them until after I switched my major. And there were no repercussions. They were okay with it. They wanted to talk to me about it a little bit, see where my career goals would end up after I switched my major. But other than that, they were happy for me. They're happy that I'm in college. My mother, she graduated with a high school diploma, but my father had dropped out in the 10th grade, and then he earned his GED. So that's where my family education stands right now. And being the first one in my immediate family to attend college is just...
It's a big thing.
It is. It really is.
It's a big thing. And I am excited about the fact that despite the fact that they were that stage, they're pushing you and trying to get you to be the best that you can be and to follow your dreams and be what you can be.
Definitely.
Because a lot of the times I know some people who are reading courses that their parents want them to read, but not what they really want to do. So I am proud of you that you're choosing to do what you love because of the passion that you have. So if Leroy is not doing politics or being in the Senate chamber, what are some hobbies that you like to take on?
So I love playing music. I also love playing video games. Those are two of my pastimes and hobbies that, you know, I really enjoy. It's not necessarily focusing on all the work that I have to do, but more focusing on like little accomplishments here and there, right? A video game, you can, you know, you can play it and, you know, you can complete a level. And with music, is you can learn a new song, right? And it's always something new with that. Other things that I do, I work on campus, and so that's what I consider is outside of my organizations. You know, work is totally different from extracurricular, and so I take very much pride in what I do inside my job and how I go about teaching whatever I do.
What is Rogers Lead all about?
So Rogers Lead WT is a 2-year academic leadership program that is in correlation with the Academic Affairs Office and the Student Affairs Office. And so what we do is we learn about a lot of leadership theories and we implement them in our real lives. So we work with nonprofits and we help them accomplish any goals that they might have and help them succeed in where they could have or where they want to be, right? We just help them reach from one point to another. And whether that be like a fundraiser or redesigning their website, it's whatever they want us to do and we'll take care of it. And so that is like the 2 parts of Rogers Lead WT that I'm in right now. And the second year we actually present at Leadership Summit. So we get in a group and we talk about leadership theories, we talk about how we want to present it, and then we present it at the summit. And it's really fun. I love the connections that I've made and the networking that has came from Rogers Lead WT. I'm really excited for next year.
Networking is a very crucial part of every college student's journey. I have a last question for you. As a politician or like someone who is involved with politics, with what's going on in our world today with Ukraine and Russia and everything, I know we have like some students here who are Russians and others Ukrainians and everything. So with what is happening in the world today, like you never know when this whole war is going to escalate. Some people are scared we're going to have a third world war brewing very soon. What kind of encouragement or words or comforting things would you say about this particular situation to the students on campus? You can just look in the camera and just
for sure.
say.
To those students on campus who are maybe from Ukraine or Russia, I want you to know that WT is surely a safe place for you to be, that we are here for you, that we support you, and we want you to feel safe. And we encourage you to reach out to anybody that you may know, whether that be campus services or even your professor. And we want you to get the care that you need, the support you need. And again, we know that you are not alone in this, and we support you.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we want you to feel safe. We want you to feel loved. So do not hesitate to reach out to anyone that you would want to reach out to. This has been Jennifer with the Prairie News, and my guest was Leroy. See you again next time.